I am looking absolutely crazy, but good morning, you guys. I just hopped out of the shower. I wanted to get in a quick clip without any makeup on because I have to throw on makeup and get ready and stuff right away. But I wanted to start this vlog without makeup because, as you can tell, today's video is going to be my 2-month update on Accutane, which just blows my mind to even say because these 2 months have gone by so ridiculously fast. I just can't even believe it's already been 2 months. But yeah, I just hopped out of the shower. That's why I'm looking so crazy. I have my little towel wrap on and I'm in my pajamas. I have to go throw on some makeup though because James and I are about to go out for brunch. This is what my skin is looking like. I'm super blotchy because one, I just hopped out of the shower and I'm also really stressed out, so I just get kind of blotchy and like flustered and flushed, I mean, when I get stressed out. So my skin isn't looking that great. Hopefully you guys can still see some improvements. Super insanely annoying though. Just over the past couple days, I broke out here, and a couple little spots right in here. Honestly, up until the past couple days, the only active breakouts I had on my face were these 2 ones here that have been hanging out forever now. And I was like, of course I break out like right before I'm going to film my update and show you guys my skin, but hopefully looking at the rest of it you can tell that it is really improving, that my skin is not dry at all on Accutane so far at the 2-month mark, which when I tell people that, they are just like so shocked and so surprised. They're like, how is your skin not dry yet? But my skin is just totally completely normal. Very, very mild dryness on my body, but like just normal. It's honestly been really nice. It's a nice like break from oily skin. Oh, my skin is just so red and blotchy right now. It's driving me crazy because it doesn't look good at all, especially with my little tiny breakouts that are happening. But like I said, I have to go throw on makeup. I'll talk more about like side effects and everything like that later on, and a little bit more on like what I'm doing to keep my skin from getting dry and why I think I haven't gotten dry yet. So yeah, gonna go throw on some makeup and do my hair and everything, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Oh, that is so much better. As you can tell, I now have my makeup on and I dried my hair and everything. I hope you guys know how much I love you for the fact that I'm willing to put myself on the internet looking so crazy. But I just finished blow drying my hair and I'm literally dying right now. It's supposed to be like plus 30 today or something, plus 29. And I'm just like sweating. You guys can probably see my upper lip is like sweating, and of course I'm wearing like a long sleeve gray dress because I'm Canadian and the term summer clothing just has no meaning to me. I also have the camera propped up on like the windowsill, so if I'm like hunched over and weird, it's because I'm like half on one step and half on the other. I'm just waiting for James to pick me up, so I thought I would quickly update a little bit. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that my lips are not dry either. They've been like a little bit dry, like it's basically when I don't have lip balm or something on, they just feel kind of uncomfortable and like I should put something on them. But like no like cracking or peeling or anything crazy. Sometimes I will get like a little bit of dead skin, and what I'll do is I'll just take my Lush lip scrub and just kind of lightly buff that off. I should probably do that now, but I don't really have time. So yeah, I just scrub them quickly, throw on a little bit more lip balm, and they're totally fine, to be honest. Like I have had dry lips that are like 100 times worse just from like Canadian winter. Just our average cold dry weather has made my lips so much worse in the past. I just had to go quickly blot off my sweat because it was bothering me, and I feel like my face looks really yellow here. I promise it's not that bad in person. One thing though that was really awesome, sorry for the weird lighting for a second here, is the fact that I finished my first little like pack of Accutane. So that was my first pack that I showed you guys a while ago to kind of show you guys what it looks like. And yeah, it's totally empty. I haven't thrown it out just because I don't know if I have to like dispose of it properly like a pill container, but yeah, that was exciting to finish one up. And one thing I also wanted to mention is that I don't go back to the dermatologist until the very end of this month, which I feel like is pretty unusual. I feel like everyone that I've talked to, you guys are going back to the dermatologist like every month at the very least. Yeah, here I had my initial appointment at the beginning of March, and I don't go back until I've been on it for 3 months. So let me know if you're on Accutane or you've taken it, how that works, like how often you had to go to the dermatologist. And I am going to vlog my next appointment when I go back for sure. Definitely regretting not scrubbing my lips now, but James is here, so we're gonna go for brunch. Yum. How was your food?
It was really good.
If you have a Coors near you, you need to try it if you haven't already.
Is it in Canada?
I don't know actually.
I think it might.
If you guys are from other places, you have to let us know if you guys have Cora where you live. We just ate brunch and now we're at the aquarium store because this is like one of our favorite things to do. So we're just checking out all the fish and the reptiles. have a moray eel in here and I want to see him come out so I can actually look at him, but he's just hiding in these rocks and I'm really sad. They also have cool lionfish, which are kind of scary. Probably think I'm crazy for thinking this is more scary than an eel. People will be afraid of snakes.
Lame.
Some girls do.
Lame.
Some boys don't like snakes either.
Boys like snakes.
No.
Hello, pretty snake.
The kind of like worst side effects that I've been having so far have definitely been the sore joints and then the dry eyes. So the joint pain has probably been like, I don't know, I don't want to say the worst because it's not like excruciating pain or like debilitating or anything. It's just I'm constantly sore basically. The first time I kind of noticed it, I went shopping and I remember I was just walking around for like a couple hours in the mall and then I went to sit down and I sat down for probably like 15 minutes and when I went to get up I was so insanely sore. Like my ankles and my knees and everything were just really painfully sore, I'm not going to lie. And that was probably like, I don't know, probably once I'd been on Accutane for like 5 weeks or so, and I mean, I was just walking around the mall. That's obviously not like any kind of like intensive activity or anything like that. Nothing that would ever make me sore regularly. And so I was really surprised when I went to stand up and I was just like, my joints really hurt. And it's definitely the worst first thing in the morning, like when I get out of bed and go to like walk down the stairs. It feels like I have like mannequin legs that aren't meant to bend. They're very sore. Or even just if I'm like sitting down for like half an hour or something, I get up, I'm just like limping around. I'd say it's mostly in my hips and my feet. So the main thing I've been doing for that is I've been taking Epsom salt baths and I find that it's helping a little bit, but it's still just kind of always there. Like I said, it's not like excruciating pain or anything, but it's not necessarily fun either. And then yeah, dry eyes is the next thing. My eyes have been very dry and just kind of like, they just kind of sting. So I've just been using eye drops regularly for that, but the joint pain is definitely worse than the dry eyes. But those are kind of my most significant side effects so far. A lot of people have been asking me if Accutane has been worth it so far, and I would definitely say it has been. Part of me regrets not going on it sooner, but at the same time, like, I was so nervous to go on it in years past, and I feel like you really need to listen to like your intuition and your gut and everything. So while I'm really happy with the results I'm seeing and the side effects so far aren't at all scary like I thought they would be, there's like a part of me that regrets it, but then at the same time I don't really, because you have to do what feels right for you in the moment. I feel like I don't have any regrets so far. Like, I've really only seen positive changes in my skin, aside from today with my stupid little breakouts bugging me, but aside from that, it's been really good so far, and I'm really happy that I finally just made the decision and said this is what I'm going to do. People have just been asking, like, do I regret it, if they should take it themselves, and my advice would just be to just do what feels right to you in the moment. Honestly, don't jump into anything you're not prepared for, and just do your research, you know, just be prepared for what you're going to put your body through. One thing that I believe I touched on in my last vlog is that I was starting to get kind of like little, just tiny dry patches kind of all over my arms, and since then, basically in the past month, I started getting some really dry skin just on the backs of my forearms, and it was really odd. It was like really red looking, and it was kind of like, you know when your skin is dry and it looks like it's kind of like about to start peeling, like it's kind of flaky and there's kind of like little breaks in the skin? That's kind of what it looked like, but it wasn't like irritated or itchy at all, so it wasn't really bothering me. It just didn't really look that good, to be honest, but it wasn't causing me any kind of like irritation or anything like that. And I was moisturizing, I still am, like head to toe when I get out of the shower, and it just wasn't going away like with my regular body lotion. So one night before I went to bed, I actually applied this Cetaphil moisturizing cream for the body that I showed in one of my first acne vlogs, and seriously, like overnight it completely cleared that up. So now every night before I go to bed, I just put this on my arms, and this has really been helping with any just like extra dry spots. Like I said, I don't have a ton, but yeah, I just thought I would share because I've really been enjoying this. So if you're on Accutane as well, you might find this helpful. This is just what it looks like. I don't know if you can see, it's just like a really thick white creamy body lotion. It's 453 grams and I haven't used a ton of it yet, so it should last me quite a while. Which I guess another thing I should mention is some people have been asking me if I'm going to do like a product video on what I'm using during Accutane. I definitely am at some point, but probably more towards the end of my time on Accutane, if not after I'm done completely, just because I feel like I'm going to discover new things and my skin's still going to change quite a bit, so I don't want to recommend products and then I don't end up liking them that much, if you know what I mean. If you are curious about what I have been using up until now, I have mentioned pretty much everything I believe in the vlogs so far. far. And closer to the time that I'm done Accutane, I will do like a full roundup of like all my favorite products. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. Alright, so it is much later now. As you can tell, I've already taken off my makeup and I'm just really frustrated. This lighting is like terrible first of all, but my skin just does not look good today. And of course it's the day when I want to show you guys what it's looking like, and it looked so good all month, so I'm just like really frustrated. It feels like a step back that I'm breaking out again and my skin's all red and blotchy. It's seriously been so good up until these past couple days and I don't know what's going on. I do have a few more things though that I want to say before I end the vlog and go to bed. First thing is, earlier I mentioned that I would touch on why I think my skin hasn't gotten dry yet. So the first thing is that my dermatologist has me only taking a pill every second day. He said that in his experience that lessens the severity of the side effects. I think that is helping. I also did have extremely oily skin to start with, which from what I've heard and read and everything, people who have like really oily skin to start tend to have an easier time when it comes to dryness, because their skin, rather than getting dry, it just kind of balances out. And that's definitely not the case for everyone though. I have talked to some people who have super oily skin to start and they still get just as dry, but I've heard just for some people that it works that way. Also, my mom, she's in her late 50s and still has extremely oily skin, and she says that from what she can remember taking Accutane in her late 20s, that she didn't get overly dry either. So yeah, that just depends. Everybody's different. Another thing is I have obviously been hydrating really well, not just externally but internally too. I've been using really good face moisturizers and moisturizers on my body too, but then I've also been drinking a crazy extra amount of water. And a lot of you guys also recommended taking vitamin E supplements, so I did just start doing that probably like a week and a half ago. I want to consult with my dermatologist first when I go back at the end of the month before I like start taking a higher amount, because everyone was like, take the highest possible amount of vitamin E you can daily, but I just started with a smaller amount just to be safe. If you're unfamiliar with vitamin E, it's basically just meant to be like ultra healing for the skin. So if you get any like little nicks or scrapes or anything, it's supposed to help them heal better on Accutane, and also it just helps with keeping your hair and nails and everything from getting brittle. And I have been using like a topical face oil that has vitamin E in it as well to help with scarring and everything like that. So I think all of those things combined have kind of set me up for success really, and just helped this be a little bit easier on me and a bit easier on my skin, which is obviously great. So I think those are definitely some things to keep in mind if you are on Accutane already or are thinking about starting it. Just be really prepared. Like I said, just know what you're getting your body into. Make it as easy on yourself as you possibly can. And the last thing I wanted to touch on quickly is actually stemming from a comment that one of you guys left me, and it is about taking your Accutane with food. Someone commented on one of my videos and said that they took Accutane once and it just wasn't super effective for them. So they went to a second dermatologist where they were prescribed a second course of Accutane, and their second dermatologist said that because they weren't taking it with food the first time, that like up to 70% of it wasn't actually absorbing into their system, and that's why they didn't see results with it, which I just thought was like absolutely crazy. They said their first dermatologist just never told them to take it with food. For me personally, I get all my prescriptions filled at Safeway, and when you get them, they give you like they just give you like a couple extra information sheets, some Safeway like printout sheets on it, if that makes sense. And on that it said like take with food and drink a full glass of water when you're taking it and everything. I mean, when I got my prescription filled, I like asked the pharmacist and everything, I was like, am I supposed to be taking it on like a full stomach and with food and everything? And they said yes, you definitely are. So I just thought that was interesting, because it's just something some people might not think of. Your dermatologist might not tell you, your pharmacist might not tell you, you might not read through the information or get any information or whatever. So I think that's just really important to know. So I just thought I would share that little piece of information with you guys, just in case some of you didn't already know that. I thought it might be helpful. Obviously, I don't want to have to take Accutane a second time. I want to do it right the first time. I want everything to be perfect and to go as seamlessly and smoothly as possible. So I hope that through my experience and my videos, if you're thinking about taking Accutane too, it can also help you through your experience as well. Yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to update on in this vlog. I have to go for my third round of blood work on Monday, and I'm not happy about that. I just wanted the main kind of points of this vlog to be no dry skin yet, lots of joint pain, dry eyes, two most annoying things about this, and yeah, otherwise it's been really good. I've been really happy so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like it was really super boring, so hopefully it wasn't actually, and that you guys enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up button if you are enjoying these acne vlogs. It really helps me out. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe down below if you haven't. I'll also have all of my past acne vlogs linked below if you have missed any of them. But yeah, I am super tired, so I am going to bed, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.